Yes, people. We are live for the first ever edition of the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast meets the ManDem United podcast, brought to you by Cam and myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, where we will be discussing all things Arsenal and Manchester United. Again, a little collab of two podcasts that I run, Sarcasm City TV. This idea literally came to me yesterday after we was doing
Yesterday, like, not even, bruv, you can't even say 24, bruv, today, fam. It's not
It was
even, you can't
today.
even say
Yeah, it
it
was today.
today.
Yeah. It was
Fam,
today.
it
You're
came this
right.
morning, bro.
It was
This morning.
He's not lying. It was this morning after the Q&A, and Cams was like, yeah, I'm a bar. And I was like, you know what? Let's run this show and see how it goes. So this is the pilot, people. If it goes well, we will bring this show back consistently. If not, we'll come with something different. But we're out here, like I said, gonna talk from the Arsenal podcast meets the ManDem United podcast. We will be discussing all things Arsenal, all things Manchester United. So please keep all of your comments and questions, Arsenal or Manchester United related, people. So you might have Arsenal questions for Cams, you may have Manchester United questions for me, or you might want to flip it and you may have a question about Manchester United for Cam and an Arsenal question for me. That is absolutely fine. Please make sure as well you hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials as well, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Road to 5K. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And as you can see from the title, we're going to be here discussing Arsenal and Manchester United's transfer windows so far. So Cam, talk to us. What's your thoughts on Arsenal's transfer window so far?
Well, first and foremost, before I get onto it, I'm back. We back. Hey, I'm sorry I took so long, people, but I'm back. I'm finally back.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll get to Arsenal. So basically, yeah, I take on Arsenal right now. Like, I mean, they haven't changed from the last time you saw me on this show, which was nearly a year ago.
This guy.
I'm just, but like, I mean, I didn't even do a little end of the season sort of thing. I was meant to do that and I didn't. So
that's cool, fam, man. Life happens. Is all we understand. I'm understanding. The people in the chat know, the supporters know, man. Like, life gets in the way. They know these things happen. But go on, carry on.
But yeah, so I mean, to round the end of the season off, it was a disappointment. I wasn't shocked. I was surprised. I called it, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not being that guy today. I don't want to be that guy. I told you so.
Talk up the things there, man. You can be that guy.
But like, obviously, I mean, apart from the ending of the season, I mean, they kind of surprised me in the way how they played. I wasn't like, you know, one of them. I wasn't like, really shocked. I was just more like, all right, well, at least you're starting to do something.
Right.
But obviously, that's that. So coming into the transfer window now, I'll forget about last season. I'll come into the transfer window now.
Yeah, man, your thoughts. That's what I want to know. What are your thoughts currently on the transfer window? Because then once we get I got more questions for you in regards to like the season going forward, in it. So your thoughts on the transfer window, because you've signed Jesus, you've signed Zinchenko. They're your more two senior signings. You've also signed Vieira. You've signed Marquinhos. And is there someone else? I'm missing somebody else as well.
There's yeah, there is.
I'm missing somebody else. Don't worry, I'll Google it. But yeah, your thoughts. Talk to us about. We'll go with Gabriel Jesus because that's probably your.
Matt Turner, the goalkeeper.
Matt Turner. Okay, so you signed there the 5 players, but we'll start there. Gabriel Jesus. Your thoughts.
All right. Listen, let me get this bit off my chest, innit? This year, just expect me. Yeah, I don't care, innit? Like I said from last year. Yeah, I said, look, after that transfer window from last year, I said I'm not gonna stress over this team. I'm just gonna be on Arteta, Arsenal, and vibes. Okay. If we lose, I ain't gonna care in the world. I ain't gonna have a care in the world. If we win, I'm gonna be happy shamelessly, and it's gonna be a bonus for me. I'm not gonna get stressed over it no more. That's still how I see it. But now Jesus has been added to this mixture. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be on my Jesus prop like no tomorrow, bro. Like to the point, if we could lose to a team like Liverpool or something, like 4-1, 4-1. But if Jesus scores that one, believe me, I'm on Twitter shamelessly.
So you're on the Jesus. So you're on the Jesus hype train currently. That's what it is. So all jokes aside, so are you genuinely happy about the signing?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I don't know
Go
if you saw me on Twitter with the interactions I had, the few interactions I had with Jan on Twitter
on. Okay,
about Jesus.
talk
And I
about it.
said it. I said it. I remember being on a stream. It was someone's stream in January, because or February, something like that. It was because I didn't really jump on streams that much. It was one of the rare ones when I jumped on. It was either your stream or a gal stream, one of the two. But I was on someone's stream, and or it might even be before that. I don't know. But I put Jesus out there as a name because I was saying it. I was thinking, do you know what? I was looking at Jesus' stats, and he when and I've always said it, when Arteta was the manager, the assistant manager at City under Pep,
Yeah,
there's certain players that, because Pep was like, I explained it on the Q&A. I think I explained it last time on Q&A.
yeah. Explain it again,
How,
fam. It's all well and good. This is gonna talk, man. You get what I'm
yeah, that's
saying?
what I'm
Talk
saying.
on the
So
thing, fam.
basically what I said was like, Pep Guardiola was more of the all-round manager, team manager. He was the one that was getting the whole team, whereas Arteta was that more one-to-one interaction,
Yeah,
because he's the assistant and he can just focus solely on the players. Whereas now he's now have to become that main guy because he's now have to focus on everyone on the team. Do you know what I mean?
mhm,
So,
yeah,
and I saw the stats and I saw how like Jesus, Sterling, De Bruyne was another one. And there's a certain few players that played under him, not under Pep, and them 2 years that they were just like mad. And it wasn't like the best of the best of the best. Like Jesus didn't hit the 20 goal mark or nothing like that, but he had one of his best goal scoring seasons.
well,
And I always said, so skipping back to the little interactions I had with Jan on Twitter, yeah, I always said, yeah, and on the live I was on, um, bringing Jesus, and Arsenal fans didn't get onto me. They didn't get onto me like that. Oh no, not Jesus. They were like, I wouldn't. I mean, I would take him, but I don't know. There was on the fence about it, and I was like, no, 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 no. You lot know me and my thoughts on that Farteta guy. You know my thoughts on that guy.
yeah. We're gonna get to that. Thoughts on.
But
I want your thoughts on Jesus, though, fam.
no, no,
What's
that's
your
what I'm
thoughts
saying.
on
So
Jesus? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go on, go on.
I was always saying, but I reckon if you bring Jesus to Arsenal under Farteta, he will bang. Because I
Well,
think Arteta knows how to get the best out of Jesus. I won't discredit Arteta on that aspect where I feel like he does know how to get the best out of certain players.
yeah.
And I'm seeing it Jesus, and I'm like, yo, he's come. I wanted Sterling as well. I think Sterling was another one I wanted.
Mhm.
Zinchenko, I wasn't like gassed about it, but I wasn't upset about it. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was. I think it's a good signing, decent signing. Um, But yeah, with the Jesus one, I'm just gassed that we got him from, because
It's a good
I even
signing. All
find,
jokes aside, I give Arsenal a lot of stick. I believe it is good business for you. Like I said this. I think he is a
you know
good
what it
signing.
is, and people are saying, so what? Is he gonna be your number 9? And I was like, well, that was the reason why we solely bought him as a number 9. Unless, like I said, Edu and Arteta got some mad surprise up their sleeve and end up bringing another number 9 in, like I don't know who, but another number 9 in. That's a different, like maybe a taller, stronger,
Mhm.
more physical number 9.
Yeah.
Then yeah, he might push Jesus to the right, maybe. I don't know, innit? But we
Yeah.
solely bought him to be that number 9. So I'm just gassed, to be honest, fam.
All
I'm
right.
just,
So you're gassed about that. What about Zinchenko? We'll go there.
like I
Is
said,
that
Zinchenko, I'm not too, like I said, I mean, I'm happy. I'm not like
Mhm.
gassed about it. I'm happy. Like I said, I think it's a good signing. I mean, there's games I've seen him play for City where he's been outstanding, but then there's games I've seen him play for City and he's been kind of sus.
Yeah.
I won't lie. So,
Bear in mind, he is playing out of position for Manchester City, though. You have to take
but
that
yeah,
into
yeah, that's true,
consideration.
that's true, that's true.
You have
But
to take
like,
that because he's another one. I think Arsenal. I
but
think
that's
that's a
even,
good signing for
but
you.
even goes with that. Some of the games that I've seen him
Like.
play out of position, he's played outstanding. Like he's played
Yeah,
like some of his best games.
I
But
hear
then
you.
at the same time, him being out of position, he's played some of his worst games.
Mhm.
So, and when I saw, like I'm only putting it down to because it's a friendly. He was happy. He was just gassed to be in a new team. He wanted to be on the pit. Apparently, Like he didn't apparently Arteta didn't even want to play against Chelsea, but he was like, "Yo, please let me play." So he's like, "I'll put you out for 45 minutes." And there was some little things that I did see where he was acting a little bit. He was getting a little bit. I wouldn't say peppered, but James was putting him under pressure down that left-hand side. So that's what I was like. I don't know, but I'm like I said, I just put that down to the first. It was his first game for Arsenal. He was just overly gassed that he's here, and he wanted to prove a point. And because he did play overall quite well in the 45 minutes, but he had a few, ifs and buts. But that's about it. But yeah, like I said, I'm happy. Like I said, but
where do you see him? Because obviously, I just mentioned it there. So I want to ask you, where would you prefer to see him play? Because we know City have played him at left back. He's actually an attacking midfielder. So you want to see him at left back. So what is it? Are you done with Tierney?
Do you know what it is? I know he's an attacking midfielder. Well, that's where he started as in the youth and that. Yep. But I mean, right now we can't. I can't have Tavares. Oh my word!
No, forget Tavares. Tierney. So if Tierney,
yeah, but no,
let's say hypothetically,
the reason I was going to say Tavares first because Tierney of his injury track record. Do you know what I'm saying? This is like I think that I know it's only one season, but I'm seeing the same thing happen with Tomiyasu now, bro. Like mine came back and he's already injured, bro. Like
Tomiyasu got injured again. Yeah,
again, like it's like, but why are we buying these players that have these big injury concerns about them? Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying I'd rather leave him at left back here because there's no doubt Tierney will get injured again. And I don't want to play Tavares there because that 45 minutes, bro. Oh my gosh, Tavares was gonna give me a heart attack, bro. Like I remember saying it on the Q&A, when I was saying, look, I'll give it to Chelsea, innit? Like for the first 15-20 minutes of the second half, they were the only thing that they wasn't doing was the final third. Like, but from the back to the midfield, they were a lot better. It was just the final third, they were completely dead. But I'm telling you, Tavares in that second, bruv, James was peppering this guy, bro. Oh, bro, like I'm just glad that Chelsea were just playing that bad.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this guy would have got peppered. Like it would have been a game over. Like, so that's why I say I'd rather leave Zinchenko at left back, innit? So
Zinchenko at left back. So you're happy with Jesus? You're happy with Zinchenko? Obviously, the other three in terms of Marquinhos, Vieira, because Marquinhos did he come from the Brazilian league?
Yeah, I think Sao Paulo or something like.
Yeah,
but like I said, I might be wrong about this, and I think I said it yesterday, innit, or when I said it to you. But if this is true, I understand, but at the end of the day, why he was out of contract, and we was gonna get him on a free, but we still paid 3 million. Like,
hey.
I just hope he's a little wonder kid that no one knows about, fam. That's all I'm hoping.
Just hoping so, yeah.
I don't know.
Again, I'm looking here right now. Yeah,
so that I've seen.
Marquinhos came from Sao Paulo, and Fabio Vieira came from Porto, and then Matt Turner came from the MLS. So yeah, 3.15 million. This is according to Transfer Market. Matt Turner was like 5.7. Fabio Vieira was 30. Wait, Fabio Vieira was 31.5 million.
Yeah. I know.
Do you know a lot about him? Talk to us.
Nope.
Do you know a lot about Fabio Vieira?
I haven't got a clue who he is, bro.
Fair enough.
Do you know what's so funny?
Go on.
Now, I don't know if my guy was trolling, but I know his dad is like it, so I don't think he was trolling, innit? So I got a guy, who's like a Barcelona fan, but he's Portuguese, innit? His dad's Portuguese, and his dad watches the Portuguese league religiously.
Yeah.
Like how we watch the Prem, he's like that, but 10 times more. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and I asked, innit? And I said, bro, ask your dad or yourself, what's your thoughts on Fabio Vieira? And he said, he started laughing, innit? Because he said, for 35 mil, you're getting ripped off. But they didn't say he was a bad player. They just said he's not proven yet.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Makes sense.
Like, they said he's had a decent season and that, but he's one of them. Is it a one-hit wonder season that he had, or like that? As the player himself, to be honest with you, I haven't even done any like
Not
comps,
fair enough.
watching any
But it
comps about
seems
him.
so. What I've gauged from your answers to the Jesus transfer, the Zinchenko transfer, obviously the other three you don't know too much about. From an Arsenal fan perspective, you're pretty happy with the window so far.
Nah, with Matt Turner, oh my god, fam, oh my
But
lord,
he's back up though, Matt Turner.
above.
He's back up.
He's back up. I hope Ramsdale don't get injured, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
but what's the
my
year? But
word.
he's why do you know a lot about him? I did like I said this
No,
is the
I
first
don't
time
know a
I'm
lot
hearing.
about him, but from the
Yeah.
training videos I've been watching, yeah. Now I don't care. You can call me a guy that's but it's only going by training videos and some of the games I've watched as well. That guy is the most suspected goalkeeper I've seen, bro. I don't know who's worse, him or Runnison, bro.
I hear that. But like I say, so Matt Turner, you're not really happy about, but Jesus Zinchenko, you seem happy about. Obviously, the other two in terms of Marquinhos, Fabio Vieira, you don't know a lot about as well. So on a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of 0 to 10, currently as it stands right now, the 25th of July, obviously the window shuts the 31st of August. Where would you rate Arsenal's transfer window so far?
I'll give it so far 6.5, swaying to 7.
6, and so that's a great start then, because you can still improve on more areas.
I mean, the problem is, right, we still got so much deadwood to get rid of as well.
Okay, so yeah, because that we do sometimes forget that having a great transfer window is not just who signs for your club, it's also who you get rid of. So who's the players deadwood that you want to get rid of? But before we get to that, everyone who's in here currently right now, there's over 30 of you lot in there. Let's push them likes up, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back. Push the likes up on the first ever edition of this show. Make sure you share this across the socials. Go to my Twitter and Instagram. Retweet and like, share from my Instagram, and subscribe to the channel. Adi's laughing about the water question about ask your dad and yourself. Mr. Yagi saying, who will be happy spending that amount on Jesus? So Jesus, according to this, was 40, let's call it 47 million, because they've got it just under 47
That's the thing,
million.
like,
do
you know what's so mad? If this is what I hate about this thing, yeah. Like, I feel like people actually forget, like, sometimes you're not actually paying the 45 straight up for Jesus. I feel like you're forgetting, like, you have to pay the rest of his contract off. That's like City. Yeah, there's his agents you have to pay as well. There's so much other things. So, I mean, if anyone else buys Jesus for 45, but if Real Madrid come in and buys Jesus for 45 mil, everyone's like, yo, that's a great signing.
No, that was just for what he would offer to them. I get exactly what you're saying. I've already
said
what
I'm saying.
I think he's a good signing for you, look. And at that price as well, I think the price point is good.
That's probably the prices. I mean, anything over 50, I would have been like, yeah, maybe a bit too pricey, but all right, cool, we got him. Do you know what I'm saying? But for 45, and I think that I don't know. I mean, I think that's where he's at anyway. I think that's where it's not too much, but it's not like it's a steal or anything. Like I'm not going to say, oh, it's a steal. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's the price range he's at. Like, that's just him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in Chenko for 32 mil. Some will say
I think that's a good.
Some will say that's overpriced. I don't know, bro. Like I said, he's at City. He's at the richest, one of the richest. Well, yeah, apart from Newcastle, the richest club in the world. One of the richest clubs in the world.
Wow.
So you're forgetting there's so many aspects you have to pay with City. So, but I just wish we went for Sterling, bruv, because the way Chelsea got him for the same price, but I would have.
You would have wanted to see Arsenal go in for
I would have said, here's 90 mil. We'll take Sterling and Jesus off your hands.
So let's say, for instance, let's say hypothetically, Sterling also landed at Arsenal alongside Jesus. What's the front three you want to see?
Oh, the front three. If he's going for a front three, I'm saying Jesus, Sterling, and
So Jesus central, Sterling from the left, I'm guessing. Saka from the right.
Yeah.
So you're leaving out Martinelli.
Do you know what it is? Yeah,
Nketiah,
I'm a little bit critical with Saka. Like, I love him. He's our star boy. I won't take that away from him.
Well,
But he's still young, so he's still got time to obviously progress his game and that. It's just right now, I just feel like he needs to release the ball a little bit earlier. Like, he's just one of them. He just holds it for that split second too long. But apart from that, yeah, no, it would be Sterling left, Jesus in the middle, and then Saka right.
Yeah, that makes sense because Mohamed saying it there. Surely it's that Sterling, Jesus, Saka. Surely you lot continue to get your questions in. Arsenal
It's
and
one of them.
Manchester United
If
people.
the good thing about our front line right now is with the potential that it is, and on the hypothetical, if Sterling was there, but it's not going to happen now. But on that hypothetical, the good thing would have been that we would have had Smith Rowe as a backup, Martinelli as a backup, because Sterling would have probably stayed at our club for 3 years, and then he would have gone. So he wouldn't have been there for the long term, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think he would have come to it if he would have come to us. I think he would have been with us 2-3 years, and then he would have left. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be like he's hindering anyone behind us, because it's not like whoever's behind us is the same age or they're just a little bit young. But there's a nice little gap there where they can learn off Sterling. You get what I mean?
No, I know exactly, fam. I know exactly what you're saying. You are. I know exactly what you're saying. It would have been a great sign. Sterling's a great signing.
Sterling went on the right. You could then say, all right, cool, give Saka a little rest. Give him the rest this game. We can put Martinelli on the left now.
You got options. Yeah, Sterling would have been a great. Sterling's a great signing for anybody in the Premier League. Any team, including Manchester
United. You know how upset I was when he was announced at Chelsea, bro? That upset me, bro. Like, I felt it in the chest. I felt it in the chest. I was like, oh no.
And big up to Prime as well, who says finally Cam is back on actual Cam with the fire emoji. Big up to Dan as well, who says would you happily let Tavares go to Brighton, or are you willing to give him a second chance?
No, go Brighton. Listen, I would happily let him go Brighton right now, because I know. I'm not saying Arsenal made the money. I'm not trying to say that. Well, they technically are, but I'm not saying they're gonna go out and spend this much and that much more, because they've already spent the most already, and they've already on like 120 mil, whatever it is. Yeah, so I'm not saying to do that, but me personally, I'd give Tavares the loan spell at Brighton, because then that will actually help him, I believe. And then we can actually look at that season. If he doesn't improve there, then we would know, all right, well, when he comes back, we can get rid of him.
Yeah.
But if he improves at Brighton, we're like, well, there you go. We won't need to get another left back, because he's improved. Now he knows that we can use him as the left back, or use him as the backup of a left back. You know what I'm saying? So I would, but and that's option, I'll still bring in.
He's only 22. He's only 22.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'd still bring in another left back. I've always said it. We need another left back and another right back.
Yeah.
And another. I said another centre back, but mainly centre. Well, maybe, but more of a CDM.
Yeah, because don't you have like 4 centre backs? Because you've got Ben White.
No, we've got Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Holding, but we've also got man like Pablo, but he's so dead. He's basically Harry Maguire, bro.
Don't talk to me about that guy. Oh, Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy.
Fam, he's like our Harry Maguire, bro. I was just on his prop because of his name, innit? Pablo!
You're a comedian, and that you are. Again, you lot continue to get your questions in. Ray saying, I miss Manchester United under Ollie, more entertaining. Ray, who do you support? Because if you're a rival fan, this makes sense. If you're not a rival fan, I don't know what to tell you. So please let me know who you support. I see. Mohammed says, I see Cam still overdosing on dopamine after that 4-0 thrashing. Are you still running bants about beating Chelsea 4-0?
No. I stopped that, bro. That was a 24-hour thing, bro. Come on, that was just a friendly, bro.
Speaking of that, so
don't get it twisted. Before we play them in the Premier League, I will, for agenda and joke, for banter and agenda purposes, I will run it back every now and then, innit? But not like on a serious thing, man.
Nah, fam. I hear you. Speaking of that, I want to get your thoughts on this. Arteta, someone you've not been a fan of from when he walked through the door. You're not happy, even though he's obviously had the 2 8th place finishes, did win you at FA Cup. You did finish 5th. You have had a good window so far as well. He's bringing in a couple of players. He's bringing in players that you like also. Why are you so against him? What is it? What is it that he lacks?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I've always I've said it before and I'll say it again. I do not actually believe Arteta is a shit manager. I actually do believe he's going to be a great manager. I truly believe like in 20, 30 years time, he's going to be a manager that's very highly decorated.
Yeah, I don't. Okay.
But I've always said it. I just don't see it at Arsenal because the problem is I just don't see a plan B, bro.
So
do you know what I mean? And our plan B, when it does come to plan B, is so disgracefully dead, bro. Like we're lucky. Sometimes we're lucky to get out of games like with a draw or a win. Do you know what I mean? Like don't get me wrong. When we're on Arteta ball, it is like there was certain Arteta ball aspects. I was like, yeah, this is nice. This is nice. I quite like, yeah, fair enough. It's nice. But with him, what I've realized with him, yeah, he'll work something out, yeah, and he'll get it going, and it will go nice for us. It will go nice for us for a good few games, and then teams start sussing it because we're doing the same thing exactly in the space of them games. We're doing the exact same thing. Teams then start sussing us out. Once they suss him out, he doesn't have another plan to go. Ah, shit, let me go this way now. It takes him. It will take him a few games, and then he'll go on like a dead streak, losing or some dead streak, yeah, until he starts sussing it out where we might carve out a lucky 1-0 or 2-0. And that's what I've seen in the past since he's been here. So there wasn't just last season. That's since he's been here.
Yeah.
Like I said, I remember when I first came on this podcasting thing on the terrace with Adam. I remember when I had Adam's number. I kept messaging him after every game. I kept messaging him on WhatsApp. I'm like, bro, like I'm glad we won, but yo, where's Arteta's plan B, bruv? Like this is getting pissed. This is pissing me off because if you remember correctly, when he first came in, he only used the left side. Everyone, bruv, he was only going down the left side with a bumming it. That was it.
He was like to the left.
Yeah, that was it. There was no other plan B. There was no middle, right, switch over. There was none of that. It was just left. And
what I will say is though, to rebuttal that, Pep and Klopp don't really have plan Bs. So surely he's sticking to what he's trying to do because
they kind of do. They kind of do.
They don't really have a plan B.
No, Klopp does.
What's Klopp's plan B?
I would say I would say his plan B is more like
them man both live and die by their plan A.
I think with the plan with Klopp is a different thing when I say plan B in a sense where I don't think it's a plan B structurally in the way they play. It's just a plan B with the players. So I feel like when there's certain players come on, they know, all right, cool, it's time to.
Yeah, but that comes down to that. But that brings me back to my point. It comes back to the system. He's living and dying by his plan A, because I'm just saying this hypothetically, if he had a plan B, C, and D, and they all weren't working, you might not say this, but others would be like, he changes it too much. He needs to stick with what he knows. We play this way.
No. I'm not even saying. I wouldn't even say like keep changing it. I'm not even saying keep changing it. I'm just saying with like. You need to realize in certain games, in certain teams, they're gonna play in a certain way against you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like if you're going to a City, you're gonna go there having to expect to defend more because it's City and they're gonna attack. Just like
you're saying also change the approach. Because of where Arsenal are currently at, I understand a little bit more, but he's still. The reason why I praise Arteta and give him credit is he's figuring out who can do this and who can't, despite the levels. We're gonna play this.
That's why I say this is his do or die season. To be honest with you,
well, it is. But before you continue, big up to Dan as well, who became a member of the channel. Big up to you. I think he's re-signed, but I think he's been a member before. But big up Dan anyway. If you want to join the membership, the link is in the pinned comment. People, it helps support the channel further. But if you want to support for absolutely free, hit the like button. But membership, many great perks, including on Q&As. we will definitely get to your question or comment on Q&As. You take priority on fan calling shows as well. How you get on certain Q&As plus more. So links in the membership as well. And Zeno said it literally just before you said it. Pep and Klopp's plan B is their bench. Facts, because they have a system. And if certain players ain't performing well in the system, they'll change it. And pyramid scheme, as always, is missing the whole point. He says you can't say Pep don't have a plan B when he's changed his style of play from Barca to Bayern to City. I'm talking about as a Manchester City manager. He plays the same way away to Real Madrid in the Bernabeu, the same way he'll play at home.
But it's like
Norwich.
now he's got Haaland.
No,
he
now
can have like a plan B. He can have like a plan B because
but again, that's
if
all
Haaland don't play,
hypothetical.
he can then change to like a false nine.
But no, that's all hypothetical though. So because we don't know, like we'll get to that. My point is, I'm saying currently, right now, as it stands, if Manchester City are away in a semi-final to the Bernabeu, Pep is playing the same way as if he's playing at home to Norwich. It don't change. City play the same way regardless. It doesn't matter if Liverpool.
The only thing that changes sometimes is the players. That's it.
Yeah, if Liverpool are playing away to Bayern Munich in the semi-final of the Champions League in the second leg, or they're at home to Brighton, Klopp plays the same way. Is there slight alterations? Yes, but I'm saying their systems are key. That's because football's a system.
Yeah, no, but like that's what I'm saying. Like, but when I say like I said, when I say like plan B, I was like more on the fact like.
No, I was
it's not the way it's not the style of play they change. It's more of the players that come on. So when the bench, like I feel like when they see someone come on, so say like Thiago playing for Liverpool, and then they change Thiago for Hendo, and then they're like, all right, well now they know Hendo's on. All right, it's now time to, because they by then they'll probably be 2-3-0 up. You know what I'm saying? So and then it's like, all right, cool. Let's start settling down, let's not make too many mistakes now, try and like throw away a goal or throw away the game or whatever like that. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm like in that sense. So say with City, they'll go to their bench, there'll be a certain player that comes on and be like, cool, they understand what's going on then. But it's not like he's changing the style of play. So
it's not drastic.
Yeah. He's just bringing on a player to slow it down. So it's like they'll still probably be playing in the same way, but he's just bringing him in to slow it down, so it's more controlled.
Hey, yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Arteta, doesn't seem like he has that. Like when, like I noticed it in a few games last season. Like we'll get off, have great first half or great certain period of play, and then all of a sudden we drop off.
Yeah,
and we're struggling to pick up the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas Liverpool and City, they might struggle 5-10 minutes, but then they'll get that ball back. With us, it's a 50-50. We might get the ball back, or we might be running for another 20 minutes trying to get the ball back. That's where I'm saying, like, that's where I feel like the difference is with Arteta and Klopp and Pep.
I get you. EFAC, big up Ryan in the cut as well. Big up everyone. I will get to all the comments again. Continue to get your questions in. Just keep them Arsenal and or Manchester United related people. Like I said, you can ask Cams the United question.
So Flores, let me ask you then. Let me ask you, what do you rate your transfer window so far?
So far, over the moon about it, fam. We need more, but like, I think because the bar was on the floor, again, I never expected us to sign a left back because people were acting like left back's not a key area. It is. Shaw is no good and has been here almost a decade. Tellez hasn't really hit the heights. We needed a left back. So the fact that we signed a left back, the fact that Ten Hag landed and addressed that instantly, let me go get a left back. I like that. That goes to show he's on the same wavelength because I'm like, the left backs we have here, he's seen enough to go and get a left back straight away. And we wasn't linked with Malacia. There was no links. The links was with actually, I tell a lie, we got linked with him literally before because he played in the Conference League. But all the strong links was with who did he play for? I think he's called David Raum or something like that, the German fullback. Like we got linked with him. So Malacia, very, very happy about. Ericsson, for the first time in a long time, is a signing Manchester United have made. And I said it, shrewd business. It's clever. It's smart. Something you don't associate with Manchester United in the transfer window. I'm saying Premier League, good enough to play in the Premier League. Knows Ten Hag because he trained with him over there as well. Still a quality player. Can play as a 6 in a double pivot. Could play in the 8. Could play in the 10. Could play out wide. 10 easily improves our first 11. Easily improves our squad. all for it, has won stuff, so he can help bring a winning feeling to the team as well. Seems like a good character to have around as well.
Who
Yeah.
else are you actually linked with as well?
And Martinez, we've been linked with Anthony. We got linked with the center forward today, the striker who plays for Salzburg, Benjamin Sisko. We got linked with him. And in reports, that's Fabrizio Romano tweeted this out that we want a right back. So it was right back, right winger, striker. They're the other three spots, obviously with the young as well. So far out of 10, this is a good question. Out of 10, probably say great start. So I'll probably go with a 6 so far. Because I think I'm over the moon about Martinez as well. Left-footed, adds a nice balance. He's a different profile of centre-back to what we have. Because I've been saying this. He's an aggressive centre-back. Someone called him the Cartel Cannavaro.
Do you know what?
Cartel Cannavaro is hilarious, yo. That is hilarious. The Cartel. Cartel. Someone called him the Cartel Cannavaro. Yo, I died, yo. I was howling, yo. That is
the problem is I swear he's like 5'4", bro.
Yeah, no, he's 5. No, he's 5'9", as he's the same height as
Do you know who he reminds me of though? He reminds me of Torreira. But when I like Torreira, I don't even know why we didn't try and give him another goal, man. Like I personally think he was all right, man. He was all right. Like when he played, he was like a little bulldog, bro. He was like a little pit bull, bro.
I actually rated him when he played for you, look.
Like I rated him as well, so I don't know why the manager didn't rate him, like, or try and give him another chance anyway. Like maybe you never know, man. You never know. I'm not saying it would have happened, but you never know. Like maybe if Arteta would have brought him in, we might not be looking for another midfielder this season.
Well, but back to the Martinez one, if Martinez fails at Manchester United, it won't be because of his height. It won't be because of that. Because there's defenders who are 6'3", 6'4" and no good. There's much more.
I'm not saying that. No,
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying people are looking at it, no pun intended, very, very short-sighted. I'll look at him and go, right, because you're 5'8", 5'9", you're going to be no good. That's not going to be the reason you fail. The same way if we sign a center back who was 6'5", that's not going to be the reason you fail or succeed. Of course, your physical attributes can help. Of course, they can help you. They can assist you. But it's all about how do you use them? Because how many players, and you'll know this comes, how many players have we seen in the Premier League who are absolutely rapid in terms of pace, but is using it? Certain players are exceptional at using their pace. Other players can't. We have Dan James, who's one of the quickest players in the Premier League. But can he utilize the pace? You see, you know who's on the other end of the spectrum? Mbappe. Mbappe is someone who is very clever and very smart and knowing how to use his attributes. And I'm just using pace because that's something that gets mentioned regular. But that's with everything. You can be 6'5" and terrible in the air. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Peter Crouch was 6'7". Peter Crouch was 6'7". You know what I'm saying? Whereas he's one of the best. Bro. You know who one of the best aerial one of the best players in the terms of attacking sense who was in the air was Tim Cahill. Everton fans will know. Tim Cahill was 5'10", 5'11". He won 6'4", 6'5", but one of the best players in the air. You know why? Because
do you know who was quite good in the air as well?
Go on, fam.
Jermaine Defoe.
I don't remember Jermaine.
And I only say that because I remember watching the Spurs Arsenal game, and this guy outjumped.
That's what it is. That's where it is. That's where it starts. I was thinking now it makes sense you saying that because you remember the goal he scored against Euler. Now it makes sense. I hear
that. It wasn't even a goal, bro. Or maybe I might have led to a goal. I forgot. All I'm saying is, there was a point where the goalkeeper kicked it upfield, and this guy was challenged Mertesacker and actually outjumped Mertesacker. Mertesacker, bro.
See, Mertesacker, someone you had. How tall was Mertesacker? 6'5"?
And he was so dead in the air.
6'6". Like he was ridiculously tall. He was ridiculously tall. We won't get and Camille, the cartel comment killed me. From when I think it was the real Zlatan who called him the cartel Cannavaro. That is absolutely hilarious, right? We're going to continue to run through the questions as well. EFAC says the GOAT returns to training tomorrow. Glad you're happy about EFAC. Glad you're over the moon about it.
Is that PR37?
Yeah, when someone wants to ask a serious question about it, we'll get to it. But he said also said our window's been crap. Cool. Fair enough, EFAC. Cam, how highly do you rate Saka? People say star boy and this and that when he doesn't really have any star qualities. In my opinion, he's a jack of all trades, but master of none. His best position is left back. Good question.
I think I rate him very highly, but like I said, I'm being very critical on him. Like there's certain aspect, like he holds the ball for a bit too long. and his right foot is so some of his decision making needs to be improved on as well. Like, I think he can be quite a good, decent player. Like, I think he can be really good, like a world class player. I do. I think he does have that in him. But it's just him believing himself to unlock it, if that makes sense. And it's not left back. Left back is not a fucking best position, rather than that.
I actually do think, and people, I don't know why Arsenal fans get mad. I think he would be a great left back. I'm not bullshitting. I think he has all the attributes to be a great left back. I genuinely believe, and that's not me taking shots because I rate Saka, all jokes aside. I think that's his best position. That's just me personally. But Arsenal fans, I don't know why Arsenal fans, not so much you, but Arsenal fans get upset when I've mentioned this. And it's like, that's not a shot. Why is that a shot saying I think he could be a great left back?
Because they obviously when he first came in, innit? Obviously they played him as left back, innit?
Yeah.
Emery and Arteta played him as left back.
Yeah,
and
right.
do you know what I'm saying? And it was only until what? If you actually remember correctly, he even played a couple games in midfield as well. They even put him in midfield for a few games as well. I remember that he was playing in midfield for a couple games. He played left back quite a few games, and then they put him on the wing, and that's when they were like, "Yeah, well, he's Saka here," sort of thing. Because he had a few. That was it. He had that run in it. Last year, him and Smith Rowe had that run, didn't they? Not Manchester Smith.
I remember. Yeah, I know you talking. Yeah. People was talking about it. Was it older guy?
Remember the end of last year? Not
yeah, it was
this
him and Smith Rowe. Yeah, it was him and
season,
Smith Rowe. Yeah. They did something where they scored.
Yeah,
more goals than
they scored a few goals, innit?
Ronaldo and Rooney at the same
No,
age.
not this year. The back of last season, like last season, 2020, 2021 season.
Right.
Like they had a decent back running. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, fam.
So, but like I said, man, I think with Saka, he just needs to, like I said, improve on his releasing the ball a little bit quicker, and like his awareness as well. Like he's got good awareness. I'm not even saying he's got bad awareness. He's just like some of the balls he does is just very not lazy, but readable.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
predictable.
Predictable.
Yeah,
so, but apart from that, I think he's a sick player, bro.
Fair enough.
I think he's gonna be he's our future, isn't it?
Okay.
Well, I hope so anyway. Because you know what's so scary? I feel like if he doesn't sign his contract, we lose him to City next year.
Right. City or how long has he got left on his contract?
Is it 2 years?
Okay. Let me get to this from Dan as well. He says, what does Jesus need to do to have a successful season at Arsenal for his own self and for the club? Do what Oba did in his first season. So how are you looking at it? What does Jesus think?
I mean, a successful season, like
individual for him and also for your team. What are you looking? What would you class as success for both him individually and Arsenal as a team as well?
All right, are we going on just Premier League or are we going overall?
Let's go overall. We'll go overall.
Overall, I feel like if he grabs 20 to 25 goals to 30 goals overall
across all comps,
okay. Obviously 30 is a big ask, but that's Jesus. Like I said, I'll be on my Jesus prop this year. I don't give a fuck. That's a successful season, I believe. I think that'll be a successful for both us and him, because. Even though people say Saka's best left back, he was our top goal scorer last year. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that says something. And so I'm not saying he got 20 goals.
So you're saying 20 to 25 goals across all comps. What about in the Premier League? What are you looking at? Let's revert back.
No, of course, up to 30 in all comps. Like,
so you're saying, you said 20.
But if he ends up getting in between 15 and 20, but I think that's a decent season, because if you're looking at but look at this season. Only 3 players. Wait, who? So it was Son and Salah that got Golden Boot. Who was second? But who was behind them? Was it Ronaldo with 18?
I don't know. I'll check now. Give me.
Or there was someone in between Ronaldo. I forgot. But that's what I'm saying. Like Ronaldo got 18. Kane got what? 17 or something like that.
I'm gonna check now.
But that's the thing.
It was Ronaldo.
Ronaldo was numbers up. That's what I'm saying. If Jesus put their numbers up, everyone be like, "Ah, it's a flop." Hold on, but Harry Kane put them numbers up, but you can't say
17,
he's a flop.
18 goals. Yeah. If Jesus scores 7, all right. So this is what you see as a success. So 17, 18 goals in the Prem, 25 plus across all comps. What's a successful season for Arsenal in your eyes?
Well, all right. I'm gonna sound out of order, but a successful season is winning the Prem. But I'm not saying we're gonna do that. I think where our ceiling's at right now, a successful would be a 4th to 3rd and a domestic trophy.
All right.
I believe that. I think if we can get top 4 and bring in a trophy, whether that's Carabao Cup, FA Cup, or shall I say it, Europa League, I think that as where our ceiling's at right now, that would be a successful season in a sense where, all right, cool, we've hit our ceiling. Let's now try and make a new ceiling. Let's extend it. You know what I mean? But overall, a successful season is winning the Premier League, obviously.
Of course,
that's
that's
stating the obvious, isn't it?
It's about being realistic at the same time.
Yeah, but realistically, where our ceiling's at, that's where I'm at with it.
All right. Dominic says here, who has a bad chance of winning the Europa League, Arsenal or United? Of course, I'm gonna say United, and Cam's is gonna say Arsenal.
Do you know what it is? You can't even say that. Do you know what's so mad? You can't even say that. You never know, bruv. When the draw's up, but one of us might get a hard group, and the other one might get a piss easy group.
I expect,
and then you never know. The running might be so different.
If United don't win that competition, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Obviously, context matters. So the only 2 things I'll be like, all right, fair enough. One, if we get a crazy injury crisis, and it's a mazza. If we get a crazy injury crisis, I'll hold my hands up and go fair enough. Or a quality team drops out from the Champions League into the Europa League. Other than that, that's a competition we should be targeting and should be winning. I'm looking at that. Like, that's more of my fault. How do I put this? How Liverpool and City are looking at winning the Premier League is how I'm looking at Manchester United to win the Europa League. How Liverpool and City fans are looking at their teams to win the Premier League and challenge for it. I'm expecting the same from the Europa League with Arsenal there. So
no. Obviously, that's the same with Arsenal as well. I'm expecting them to, go and win it. But this is, like I said, this is Arsenal, and my one big critic of Arteta as well is, bruv, is he finally gonna get that 1 game a week thing out of his, but because it's true, bro, he can't do 2 games a week, bro. Bro, it pisses me off how bad it is. So I'm just hoping that was just a little, blip, and he can actually get 2 games a week. If he can do that, then fair enough. But I'm not expecting great things if he hasn't sussed that bit out yet. But I'm putting that down for Scott depth, and we didn't even have any. Well,
we're gonna find out. Samelia says here, I'll just call you Landu because I don't want to butcher your name, my guy. My apologies though. He says Eriksen's best days are behind him, to be honest. What are we basing this off? That's what I want to know. Like, how are his best days behind him? Like, are we basing this off the games he played at Brentford? Is this in the Milan stint?
Have you got him yet?
We're talking about, Eriksen's here. Yeah. We've not unveiled him, but he's signed and everything.
That's why, bro. That's why he's saying that, man.
Eriksen's best days are behind. I'm like, I don't know as to why. I don't get it.
I mean, you can say it, but the only thing you can put, if you added context of his age, then maybe. But that's all you can say. But you can't even say that's his best. He still might be in his best days.
Fam, forget this age thing. He's a year younger than De Bruyne. What are we talking about?
There you go.
People act like this guy's 35, 36. Like, Eriksen's a good signing for Manchester United. He is currently, as it stands, Manchester United's best midfielder. What are we talking about? He's Manchester United's best midfielder, people. I don't know what people are on. Talent for talent, skill set. Take all our 6s, all our 8s, all our 10s. Eriksen's the best one.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about your midfield.
Eriksen's the best one. Wrong, I know, but people talk like he's some scrub. Like, people just be talking to talk and take.
What about
Van der Beek? I rate, but he needs to. I rate Van der Beek. I think he's extremely talented. But the thing is with Donny is, where's he gonna play? You know what I'm saying? And because That's the problem we have. We got Eriksen who can play 10. We have Bruno who plays 10. So there's those three for that spots. If we are going to play a double pivot, obviously you got Fred there as well. Is he going to play in a double pivot? If we don't sign, say we do sign De Jong, that's another one. I rate Donny. I'm a fan. He just needs game time. Whether he's going to get that game time, I don't know. But Eriksen, as it stands, is Manchester United's best midfielder. What we talk, so how we've improved that squad, we've improved our first 11, and people are turning their nose up at it. Now some clown's gonna come in the chat and tell me that Bruno's better, whatever, man. Mohammed says Malacia will bench Shaw. Eriksen, yeah, comes you laughing because you know I'm 110% spot on. Only would this happen with Manchester United, where we signed a player for free, who was for a free transfer, who's our
Trust,
best
actually, I just
midfielder.
realized that was a free signing, bro. And you're complaining. Fuck, you know, complaining. I mean, I get it if you had to sign him for like 40 mil, then yeah, fair enough. But
at 40 mil is a steal. You know what I'm saying? At 40 million, he would have been a steal. Considering you've got the likes of Richarlison going for 50s and 60s. He's a steal. You know what I'm saying? Eriksen is miles better than Richarlison. I'm just using that as an example. Malacia or bench Shaw, Eriksen for Bruno, Lissandro for one of the centre backs, De Jong for McTominay, and Anthony to bench Rashford is a good window for me, all if it does happen. This would be a dream window, Mohammed, in terms of Malacia benching Shaw, Eriksen starting, Lissandro is one of the centre backs, De Jong for McTominay, and Anthony to bench Rashford. I'm fully with you on that. That's better than a good window. That'd be a great window. That is a phenomenal window. JB says Arsenal have had a better transfer window than Man United. Really do hope De Jong signs for United, but at this point, I have no idea. I have no idea too. And if someone wants to say, I think Cam said 6.57 for their window so far. I said a 6. If someone was to say Arsenal have had a better window than United, I'd be like, I'm not really going to argue you down. I'd be like, because the window's not closed. There's still plenty of time, and there's still over a month to go, so a lot can change. Arsenal could sign 2 players and get rid of 2 players. That completely changes their team. United could sign 2 players and get rid of 2 players who completely transforms their team. We don't know. Nobody at this point expected United to sign Malacia or Martinez and Eriksen. Eriksen is probably the only one you look at and go. And it looked for a long time, Eriksen was going Spurs. That was the talk. He was going Spurs or staying at Brentford. Like, we seemed third in line. Because a lot of the time people are guessing, but so far so good. I have no complaints. And we have a manager as well. So I'm genuinely looking forward to the season coming up. Absolutely. Taz is saying here, Marseille president Pablo Longoria was in London tonight to meet up with William Saliba's agent for dinner. This is according to Fabrizio Romano. Saliba going Marseille while you have Ben Shite. This is Mertaza saying that. Your thoughts on Saliba? Would you like to see him stay? Are you not forced?
I think, but if we don't, I'm just gonna say, if we don't keep him, but we've literally the most stupidest fucking club going. That guy is a fucking Rolls Royce of a defender, bro.
Like, so you really wanted to stay?
Do you know what? I wasn't, when he first signed, I didn't know too much about him, and I wasn't like too sure. But looking at some of the games he played with Marseille last year, is it Marseille? Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Marseille. Yeah, it was Marseille, I believe.
He was a Rolls Royce. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, he was fucking on it. But he was in the French team of the year, wasn't he?
I believe so. The chat will know.
Yeah, I believe he was. Sure. I might be, correct me if I am wrong, but I swear he made it into the French team of the year as well. Like, bruv, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I religiously watched him last year, every single game, saw him. Like, I'm just going on the few games that I did see him. But he played really well. Like, he was really good. So I was like, hey, bruv, he could actually be a really good addition. He's better than Holding, better than Ben White. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could even put him up there. He's probably, I might even put him better than Gabriel, to be honest. I believe he's our best. He's our best at this moment in time. He's our best centre back.
Wow, you think he's your best centre back?
And that's me saying. And Bob, you know my opinions on how I think about Gabriel. Like, I've always said, I believe Gabriel will be. I've always said it, and I hope I'm not wrong about him. But I believe Gabriel, give him another couple years, he will be a fucking like Thiago Silva, Van Dijk. I'm not saying in a similar way like he's gonna be exactly like them. I'm just saying the name wise, you know.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I think he's gonna be. I truly believe he's got it in him to be a real good, like world class defender. But at this moment in time, I think Saliba is our best defender.
All right, fair enough. High praise from you for Saliba then. We're going to continue to get through the questions. Don't worry, continue to get the questions in. Arsenal or Manchester United related people. Flawless, out of just Anthony or Depay and another okay player but not De Jong, would you take just Anthony or other options or the other options? I want United to do them all. This is why when people ask me the and all questions, I'm like, no, go out and get everything that is required. There's no reason we can't get Anthony, De Jong, and another player. It's well known I'm not a fan of Depay, but I'm not trying to rain on the parade because for the first time in a long time, there's a feel-good factor with Manchester United, and I'm not trying to be critical of a player that I can't say back the manager, and then when the manager signs a player that I'm not too fond of, criticize him heavily because I'm not a fan of Depay. I've said this. I don't understand the hype. I don't get it. If we do sign him, I hope to be wrong, and everybody can be in the chat and be like, see, Flawless, you called it wrong. I call many things wrong, and I hope I'm wrong on Depay if he does actually get to Manchester United. But yeah, in terms of this, De Jong, Anthony definitely needed alongside another striker, whether Ronaldo stays or not is needed alongside what's it called? Probably a backup right back as well. Another midfielder alongside De Jong anyway, to me. But that's just me personally. I think that's what we need. Probably another winger as well. We need another left winger. Because there's only, if we do sign Anthony, you've got Anthony Diallo right side, you've got Rashford Sancho left side, and then behind that, Agalo. So one injury, you're back to having Alanga in your front, in your wide four rotation. So it's like, that's why I would prefer
Think
one
Alanga's
more.
gonna have a breakthrough season?
No, I don't think he's good enough yet. No, I think he can just be an effective squad player. He should be, to me, sixth choice. Like, we shouldn't see him week in, week out. We should see Alanga to the point when we see him play, we're like, wow, geez, Alanga's getting a start, or he's coming on in the Carabao Cup or in the FA Cup, or when we're already through in the Europa League or something like that, like those type of games. Because one thing we've seen with him already is in a system, like people will criticize him. Is he great talent? No, but you can get something out of him. Just that's why he displaced Rashford, because he was just doing the basics. But we've seen his limitations because we started seeing him week in, week out. And I always bang on about this when it comes to squad players. Squad players are squad players for a reason. If you're seeing him week in, week out, or 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks in a row, of course you're going to see the deficiencies. Squad players should play for 2 games and then you don't see him for 4. Then they may come in for 1 and then you don't see him again for another 4 games type of thing. Or like I said, they pop up in, you're playing lower league opposition in FA Cup and League Cup. Yeah, we're up 3-0 in a game and Alanga's coming onto the pitch for the last 10 minutes. All right. Or someone needs a rest or something like that. Because Europa League, as we both know, is a long-ass competition. Ain't the group's got like 6 teams in a group or something like that? I don't think it's 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. I could be wrong there. But I swear there's more. Obviously, there's a lot of rounds. Yeah, so it's like...
It was 6, unless they've changed it. It was 6.
So let us know in the chat. But if I did call that wrong, let us know. Flawless, would you start CR7 or Martial up front? Martial, easily. I'd start, if we signed a new guy, I'd start him up front over Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo in 2022 is just not it.
It's true.
Simple as that, man. And that's why he can't get a move. And I called this. Go and look back. It's still on Shah, my brother talks. When we did In the Mud, and this is when, I think around the time we did it, it's like 3 weeks ago, when it all initially came out about Ronaldo, like it was fresh. And I said, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm not high. So how many teams are in a group in Europa League? Is it not 6? I'm tripping then. As I was saying,
I swear it used to be 6 then. It used to be.
I swear they used to have more than 4 teams in a group in Europa League. Let me check to that before I get back to this Ronaldo's thing. Let's see what's going on. Here we go.
It might be 4 now, but I swear they used to have 6.
Yeah, I swear it used to be. Let me check. I swear it used to be more. I'm not tripping.
It might have been when it was UEFA Cup.
Yeah, it might have been them things that I swear it was. Group, yo, let me check. I'm literally Googling this as we speak.
Or is it there's more, there's actually more,
yes. And there's more stages. So yeah, there are 12 groups of 4 teams. Yeah, it's 4. It's 4.
But that's it. And how many groups are in the Champions League?
Oh no, there's definitely more groups because it goes all the way up to Group L. You know what I'm
that's what I'm
saying?
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes my
That's what
butt.
it
So
is.
yeah,
That's what it is. It's more
brain
groups,
fat. But
not
yeah,
more
it's
teams.
long.
There's
Yeah,
more
it's
teams,
got.
obviously, but that was
I
it.
just know it's a
That's what it
long
is.
ass
Yeah.
competition. That's what it is. That's what I will
Long.
say. But back to this with Ronaldo, yeah, and obviously I'll talk about this on ManDem United tomorrow when me and Ivorian are back 5:30 tomorrow for the ManDem United podcast. People like, yeah, he couldn't get a move, and I was saying this to Tux. Chelsea ain't gonna sign him. Bayern Munich ain't gonna sign him. Man can't get a move. You know why? Because it's 2022 and nobody's signing a 37-year-old trying to go places. Nobody's
But
signing a
a 37-year-old
37-year-old.
that wants $500,000 a week.
Exactly. And wants to start week in, week out. But I'll discuss all this tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And that we're going to get into all of that. Prime says Roma are in Europa. Remember that. Also, Spurs could also get dropped into it, as well as Champions League teams like Atletico or Juve. I'll start with the back end of that comment. I did mention that the Champions League dropouts could be a factor. I don't worry about Roma. I am not concerned about
I
a
don't worry
team with
about
Tammy
Spurs.
Abraham up front. If we can't beat a team with Tammy Abraham playing up front, Ten Hag needs to pack it in now. It's a wrap. The show's over. No disrespect, but we should be beating Roma.
Facts.
A team that just won the Conference League. Like, no disrespect. Yeah, they signed Dybala. They may have signed a couple, but I don't know who else they've signed. But I'm not, and especially Mourinho as well, a guy who is not it anymore. Speaking of guys who are not, that's him. That's why Mourinho, who used to be the creme de la creme of managers, is now winning the third tier European trophy, people. He's winning the third tier, not the second tier. So I'm not fussed about Roma. Spurs, I'm not fussed about. You know why? One, because they're Spurs, and two, Conte in Europe. Conte's record in Europe is one of the worst, is the worst of any top manager in the current generation, easily.
And
Spurs
even
in
got a
Europe
Champions
is
League
good.
final.
Fam, he's won one knockout tie in his entire Champions League career.
Oh my
So I'm not worried. And you know who that was against? Celtic, fam. Under Neil Lennon.
Who was the team?
Yeah, Chelsea. I think he was a Chelsea
With
manager at the
Chelsea.
time. I think so.
God.
Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on the last part. But the last part, Prime, I'm with you on. The last part, I'm with you on. Like, a Champions League team could cause an issue, but it'd have to be a big hitter for me to be like, all right, it'd have to be a Juventus, a PSG, a Bayern Munich, a Real Madrid, a Chelsea, a City, a Liverpool. One of them, and I go, we could be in trouble there if we book them. Other than that, nah. Yeah, and Black Diamond, you're right. Big up Black Diamond says Donny never been given a run of 3 games straight. Facts. If De Jong and Barcelona settle their wage issues, personal terms for Manchester United move will not be an issue, and I expect it to wrap up swiftly. That's from James Allen Robson. I don't know how reliable he is, but Murtaz has dropped it here, so I'm presuming he is. In regards to that, I've said this for the longest about the De Jong deal, people. When people like De Jong don't want to be at Manchester United, no, De Jong wants his 17 million. That's what it is. That's the holdup. Because if De Jong didn't want to be at Manchester United Football Club, Ten Hag goes, do you want to be at Manchester United? He goes, no, conversation's over. There's nothing to negotiate.
Oh, I'm not being
What are
funny.
you negotiating?
Yeah? If you're looking at it like that, yeah, it's so true as well, because it's not like it's like he's owed 5 million, but they're only offering 3. If that was the case, they'd be like, all right, cool. I'm not happy about the 2 million loss, but all right, cool. They owe him 17 million pound, and they're only offering him 3, meaning there's 14 million pound gone missing.
Yep.
And bruv, that's where he's like, bruv, nah, bruv, you owe me what you owe me. You signed me on this contract, meaning you owe me this. I'm not leaving till I get that money.
Yeah. Hey. We're Spain, fam. We're Spain, 100%.
It's crazy, bro.
See, yeah, and I'm looking here. I knew it was more. I knew it wasn't tripping. I'm saying 2019 there was 5. I've just literally just Googled this now. Yeah, there used to be 5 teams in the Europa League group. Not too long ago. Let me check this. I knew I wasn't bugging. I knew I'd seen this somewhere in that. Yeah, I just Googled it. Yeah, it popped up. Saying at one point, yeah, there used to be 5. I knew there was more, but I don't really pay the competition too much attention, especially when my team wasn't in it as well.
Yeah, pyramid man said, I'm mashing up the play for 1K. What do you mean 17 million? Trust, bro.
But it's so 17 million. I keep saying this. Let my job owe me £17. I'm kicking off. I'm going straight to HR, whoever.
Did you see what happened? I know you've seen that video from a couple years back from the employee of them guys that were, I think they were reconstructing the building to Premier Inn. Man didn't get paid his monthly wage, bro. Do you know what he did? Man went in one of the little trucks, the little tractor trucks with I forgot what they're called, the little diggers at the front. Went in there and mash up the whole place.
Facts, yo. Man, you take
And that was a month. And think about it. That's I think because he was that was it. He was because he was still young, innit? I think he was like an apprentice or something. Yeah. He was only owed like 8-9 bills. So imagine that.
Yeah, man. 8-9 bills.
Just coming into your workplace saying, nah, fuck this shit. I'm mashing it all up. You owe me 7 bills, 8 bills. Nah, so bruv. 14 million. That's mad.
I'm saying like that. It's liberties. Bram says, bro, Villarreal also finished in the Europa League place. Unai Emery, Europa League specialist. Again, all big up to Unai Emery because what he does in Europe is cold. What he does with Villarreal. If Manchester United book Villarreal in another final or we play them over 2 legs, I expect my team to win. If we don't win, I'm asking serious questions of the manager and the players on what went wrong. I'm asking serious. Like, I'm talking now with chest because I actually rate this. I can't say I rate this manager. I'm optimistic. And then we're playing opposition who I believe is inferior, or if they're better or not much better than us, and go, we should be beating them. There's no reason that Manchester United team, even currently as constructed with no more signings, with the free additions, with what we have there, is more. These players are more than good enough to operate at Europa League level. This is why we reached the final with a League One level manager. Because these players are good enough. Yes, Pogba's missing, but the players I don't rate, the majority of them I believe are Europa League standard. I criticize Bruno, he's Europa League level. I criticize Lindelof, he's Europa League level. I criticize Luke Shaw, he's Europa League level. I'm critical of Fred, he's Europa League level. Bruno, Europa League level. Rashford, Europa League level. Cristiano Ronaldo will have a field day at the Europa League. He will have a field day. He is going to score so many goals because that's his level. But again, people think because you're critical, you think players are absolutely terrible. No. When I criticize Manchester United players, I'm talking about from the highest level. The players I just mentioned there, none of them are good enough to compete at the highest level. None of them players are good enough to go and challenge for a Premier League and be playing week in, week out, or win a Premier League, or win and challenge for a Champions League. No. But are they good enough for Europe? Absolutely they are. A midfield of, let's say, it's Fred, Eriksen, and Bruno is good enough to win a Europa League to me. A front three of a Sancho, let's say it's Sancho, Martial, and Ronaldo is good enough to win a Europa League. Let's throw Luke Shaw. Let's say it's Varane, Martinez, and Dalot. That's a good enough team to compete in the Europa League. Premier League, Champions League, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So this is why I'm talking the way I'm talking, because that's the level them players are at to me. And we've seen it. We had the worst ever. We had one of the worst managers ever. We had a League One level manager and still reached the final. That tells you all you need to know. But like I said, we'll see people. Europa League watch-alongs are going to be lit. They're going to be lit, I'm telling you.
Oh, my God.
They're going to be lit. Them United Europa League watch-alongs.
Thursday night watch-alongs. You already know.
Man, let's go, man. Man's here. I'm genuinely looking forward to it. With Lissandro's ability on the ball and tenacity and the fact we have 42 centre-backs at the club, could he be deployed in the CDM role? To my knowledge, when I spoke to people who watched him, said he wasn't deployed there on a regular basis. And I don't see him playing as a DM, no. I see him playing centre-back because the centre-backs we have are not good enough. Simple as that. I rate Varane. He needs to get over the injury. He needs to stay fit. I rate Bailly. He needs to stay fit. Lindelof, not good enough. Maguire, nowhere near good enough. So Martinez needs to play as a left-back. Plus, he's the only left-footed centre-back we have. So he gives the team a nice balance. He gives a lovely balance, opens up the pitch on the left foot as well. And you've seen from his compilation, very good ball playing centre-half. Defensively very aggressive as well, and a different profile to the majority we have. The only mid defender we have that's like him centre-back is Bailly. So yeah, we'll see what go on.
That's the problem with Bailly. I rate him, but he's too injury prone.
Yeah, he's just injury prone. Hopefully Pogba isn't injured. Man, I'm saying Pogba's injured. Nah, man, I wanted to do some fringy watch-alongs, man. Some Serie A watch-alongs. Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he's okay. See, you know what, Ryan? You may be right. He might not even be a League One level manager. He might have got relegated to League Two. You're right.
I know he was on his way to League Two.
He might, I don't even think Barnett would take him. I'm saying his boys own a football club and they won't take him. But yeah, he's good enough for Manchester United. But you know, whole different conversations we ain't gonna get into. Yo, and there's 44 of you lot watching. Get the likes up, man. Push the likes up, people. Subscribe to the channel as well. Me and Cam will sort out bringing this a regular slot. It will be fortnightly. It may not be Mondays. It may be a different time, but we're going to pattern that definitely because the feedback's been good so far. And we'll get this Gonna Talk meets ManDem United. Like I said to you lot already, man, we're going to keep the content on the way. And now we even created more. Look at this, new shows, man. Just out the blue.
I'm saying, don't worry, people. This might not seem like that show just yet, but just know when that season kicks off.
Oh yeah.
You already know what agendas are gonna be fly, but you got the two of the most agenda influential guys you'll ever meet. But agendas will be flying week in, week out, bro.
Yeah, that's you. You know what I'm saying? I leave that to you.
Yeah, that's just not you, bro.
I run jokes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that. But when it's time to talk more, it's like, all right, let's talk this out. Big up to S Paco says, shout out Cam, you're a real OG. Man says here, is United ready for the PL? Depends what you say, ready for the Premier League. Like, in what sense? What are you talking about? Elaborate and I'll answer. Is Cam dreading the Amazon documentary? That's a good question from Pyramid Scheme.
I was, but I'm not anymore. When I saw the trailer,
okay.
I was like, do you know what? This might actually be a decent watch.
Talk about it.
Yeah, bro, I'm like, before I saw the trailer, I just thought it was gonna be an embarrassment because obviously what happened at the end of the season, innit? But then I saw the trailer and actually saw it get mad. I was like, yo, fuck, you got mad? Okay, like so. That's about it, man. I just want to see it because there's a few things I didn't know about, like the Cedric and Lacazette fight. Didn't know about that.
I need to see what I'm going for that. I haven't watched that shit. 100%.
When Xhaka said, it's okay, everyone blame me. I need to see that bit.
We'll see what I'm going. And that's a good question from Abdi. It says, quick question on Arsenal. How big is the pressure on Arteta to do a good job this season?
Oh, it's bad. The pressure's on him. I believe the pressure's on him.
Why do you believe the pressure?
If he didn't spend so much, the pressure wouldn't be on him as much.
So it's a money thing.
Because he spent, what 450 now since he's been in?
Is it 450 mil? Really?
Something like that, I believe, or 400 mil or something like that, man.
He spent 450 million.
I could be wrong. I might be a bit off with that, but
yeah, that seems
I'm sure it's around that. Since he's been in, I'm sure it's around that. Or if he ends up getting, or it's either that, or if he ends up getting the players he ends up getting in, it will be 450 mil, something like that. But
crazy.
I feel like the pressure's on him because of the money.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's crazy. Fair enough. Big up Black Diamond in the cut as always as well. You lot get your final few questions in before we close out the show. You say, Flawless, are you confident for the top 4 race? Yes, but I expect us to fall short because I don't think we're better than the 4 teams who finished in the top 4 last season. We ain't better than City. We ain't better than Liverpool. We're not better than Chelsea, and we're not better than Spurs. However, Spurs have a poor season. If Chelsea have a poor season, we have to be there to capitalize. I just want to see us do that. So if we finish 5th or we finish 6th, both Chelsea and Spurs
I believe you're saying that like you didn't finish 17 points behind Arsenal.
It was actually 11.
Regardless, 11, 17.
Well, it was 11, innit? And I put that down to Ollie, innit? That's cool. He's worth 11 points. You should. That's embarrassing.
You lot got gassed when my man came in, the Don Corleone.
Yeah, man, shout out my guy. I'm still gassed at what he did because he saved me from Ollie. So thank you, yes. My hero. And he came out and criticized all the players and said all the players are terrible and we need a whole new 11. I love that. I've been saying that for years. I have been saying that for years. I love what he did. Criticized all the players and we seen them throw. Like, that was an eye-opener. So, yeah, the fact that you only finished 11 points above us when we had a guy who don't manage and Ollie in charge is testament to you lot. That's embarrassing.
No, it's embarrassing that you finished 11 points behind us. That's what's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing for you lot that it was only 11.
No. That's what's embarrassing is you finished 11 points behind Arsenal. That's embarrassing.
No, that's embarrassing. Yeah, but I expected this. This wasn't anything a surprise to me. I don't rate this manager or this team. Now we have a manager I rate. Now we have guarantee you won't be 11 points this season. Guarantee you that.
We shall see it.
Guarantee, yeah. Now is we shall see in it. Yeah, I'll guarantee you that.
13 points, bro.
I guarantee this guy. But yeah, back to my point. Yeah, do I believe? No, I don't believe we can close the gap. I rate the managers and the teams in front of us. Could we catch Arsenal? Yes, I've said probably fifth is probably where we'll finish. You know what I'm saying? And fifth is probably where we'll finish. And I don't really have an issue with that. Again, Premier League for the first time ever, and this is me talking solely just as me as a Manchester United fan, is secondary. It's never ever in my whole time. I've been watching football a long time, over 2 decades. The Premier League has never been not top priority. It's always been the Premier League and the Champions League or just the Premier League. For the first time ever, a second priority. This is just for me. Like I say, other fans will think different. Ten Hag's probably maybe thinking different. We won't know until we see certain team selections down the latter stages of the competition. But for me, Europa League is top priority. I will take 6th and Europa League right now over 4th and no Europa League. Right now. 100%. 100%. Like, without question, I would right now. I'm saying 6, 12 points behind Arsenal and the Europa League. You know what I'm saying? Over 4th and 12 points ahead of Arsenal. Bring me the Europa League. Go win that competition. That could be key, and that could be a catalyst that's kicking along. Yeah, it gets you Champions League, and it's a trophy. That's why I'm with it. So yeah, when I say I would like us to be in the top 4 race though, but if we don't finish in the top 4, I'm not gonna be mad because there's 4 teams that are better than us. I've said our ceiling's 4th. The best we can do is 4th. But that's just me. What's the very best you think Arsenal can do? 4th?
Yeah.
Or 3rd?
4th, 3rd, depending on how Spurs and Chelsea get on. But
fair enough.
Under Arteta, but don't be surprised if we hit 8th again.
Nah, man, you got Arteta, 300, 400 million. You got Jesus, Zinchenko, Odegaard,
but that's what I'm saying.
Saka,
as long as Jesus scores,
Partey,
we could lose.
Xhaka.
But as long as Jesus scores, bro, that's all that matters.
This guy is ridiculous. This is a good question from Abdi. And how do you think he'll use Zinchenko this season when Tierney's fit? So when they're both fit, how do you see Zinchenko being used? Because that is a selection headache.
That's a good question, you know.
It is. Abdi actually gonna be posing a few good questions. Big up Abdi. Big up Abdi. Stumped him. That's a good question.
No, because I'm trying to think. Would he be? I don't know if he would though. Would he be a good sort of number 8? I don't think he will.
Zinchenko could play as an 8. I think he's.
I'm not saying he can't play as a number 8, but will he be a good replacement for number 8? I don't know. I don't think he. I don't think he will. But that's just me personally. Yeah. I might be wrong, but that's just me. I might be wrong about that one, but I think the only other player, unless, because the problem is we've got Pablo Vieira, Odegaard, Smith Rowe. You could even play there. Xhaka, but I don't know how he's going to utilize Xhaka. I hate that guy, but.
Your boy Xhaka, man, let's go. Captain and that.
Nah, that's Odegaard. Don't ever say my boy Xhaka. Don't ever say that again. Don't ever say that again. Bun that guy, bro.
Your guy Granite, man. Let's go, man.
Guy can leave, fam. Man, like Wallace and Gromit, bro. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. You wouldn't put him up front, obviously. So that's actually a good question. I actually don't know. Do you know what my question is? I don't know.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, not my question. My answer.
I don't know. That's fair enough. Ryan says,
I don't think you can play both of them if he plays.
So it's one or the other
that he wants to play.
Yeah, it's one or the other, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan said, Flawless, you think you'll get a result against us next month? Ask me closer to the time. You'd have to ask me the week of the game.
They're coming for that 4-0 again, Ryan. Trust me, bro.
But one thing I will say is I'm much more confident going into every game. So I'm much more confident of getting a result. Go back, people, on this very channel and go look at when we're doing ManDem United in the prediction before that Liverpool game. I said 4-0 Liverpool. Swear, like you can go see that, people. The ManDem United has a playlist, people. You can click on the playlist on the YouTube channel and it'll take you back. I'm saying it will take you back. I legit said this. So ask me closer to the time because so much can change. What's the squad gonna look like? What injuries do we have? How have we started the season? How have Liverpool started the season? Who have you bought in? Who have you sold? How are your injuries? So much can change in between them. So I can't say, yeah, we'll get a result or we won't. Ask me the week. Ask me the week of the what's it called? Ask me the week of
you know when that first Arsenal United game comes up.
Oh, it's gonna be lit. Oh, the show before we do and the show after. Oh, 100%. You already know, fam. You already know. One of us is
Whoever
gonna be
wins, yeah, I'm telling you right now.
It's gonna be peak for the
It's
other
gonna
person.
be pissed for the
When
other
did we
person.
first play? Look, let me check the fixture list. I'm having a look right now, actually. But when we
Oh,
play
that's
you lot
gonna be
still.
peak, bro.
Let me
Oh
check.
my
Let me
god.
check. Absolutely, these shows. The show's gonna get lit. Yeah, we play you early, 4th of September. Jesus. Yeah, we moving to you lot. It's our OT. Yeah.
Wait,
We
is
moving to you.
it in your ground?
Yeah, it's our OT.
We're coming to eat in Manchester. Eat.
Yeah, Ollie's not in charge, you know. Just letting you know, fam.
Yeah, I know, bruv. That's why I say we're coming to
So,
eat with Jesus.
Yeah, they've got it. It's Sunday. Yeah, it's late. It's late Sunday, 4:30.
Oh,
4:30
that'd
kick.
be a
That's what
good
it's
game.
saying there.
That'd be
Shit,
a good game.
we played Leicester like 3 days before. This is crazy. Kind of nonsense. I mean, I'm not actually run through the fixture list properly in that. And then we play you lot 21st of January.
Is that ours?
Yeah. That's the reverse fixture. Yeah. That's a reverse fixture, which is. Let me have a look here. 21st
You know when you
of
just have a
Jan,
proper
Saturday.
moment.
So it'll probably be an early kick. I doubt they'll put that late. I want to try to get tickets for that. Hey, if anyone knows, I'm trying to get tickets to some United away games. So somebody shout.
Hey, listen, there's a thing that I saw as well, but I'll
go on.
Go off after it. But there's a lit thing that you pay like legitimately like one. I know it sounds a bit expensive, yeah, but it's like a whole day thing that you can do, fam. United do it, Arsenal do it. Like you pay like anywhere between like 90 to like 150 or something, yeah. And you have the proper day to watch the game. So you get there 2 hours early. You get like you go into where you know the boxes and all of that are. You get your own, and you get like not an executive seat, but like there's a section, like a nice section.
And now we're not running clubs today. Probably Wednesday.
But yeah, I'll explain it after. Yeah. It's lit, fam. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and do 1 or 2 this year, not just for Arsenal, but I want to try and do like different ones because what they do is they even pay for your hotel and shit.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm gonna turn up. We need to do one at Liverpool, man. Go to some park. Nah, so you can go out in Liverpool.
I'll go to my Anfield. I'll go Anfield.
Why you going to that dump? Man, you should have owned it. If you want to see some
shit
stadium,
I said dump. Yeah, I said good. That's why I laughed when you said good.
Some 30,000 seater stadium. That dump that is Anfield. How much
is it? Listen, how much
does it fit? That shit just the size of a mega Asda store. You know what I'm saying? And a little matchbox thing. You know what I'm saying? How many years it got? Capacity is like 32,000 or something.
They ain't up there with the big boys like us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you are going to that dump in it. Do your thing, fam. I'm saying Liverpool's a great place.
Hey, fam, listen. I'll be Liverpool. I'm gonna go above. I want to do a Manchester one. I'm not sure if I want to do City United, but I want to do a Manchester one.
Hey, go City. You walk in, you'll have the whole row to yourself, fam. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no fans. You know what I'm saying? It's calm. You can have a whole row to yourself, fam. Trust. They just let people in. You have a whole stand to yourself, fam. Like, it's calm. Gozino says, not gonna lie, you did gas up the non-manager, let the season unfold, enough dramas to be seen. We did gas him up, you're right, Gozino, and he did what he needed to be done. Exposed him. Exposed it. I am looking forward to letting the season unfold. There is gonna be enough dramas. There is. It's all gonna be documented on this channel.
Many dramas.
So much dramas. Like imagine we're doing the show after United have lost on the weekend and Arsenal have won, or Arsenal have lost and United have won.
God, fam.
Yeah, it's gonna be peak. It's gonna be peak. Absolutely peak.
Wow, that's gonna be peak. One of us is gonna be pissed. Like I said, one of us is gonna be pissed, and one of us is gonna be gassed. And what's gonna make it worse is we know each other, innit? Yeah. So we know, innit? We know what to like.
Absolutely.
It's like for instance, if Arsenal win and United lose, You already know how I'm gonna come onto the stream.
Facts. Is Arsenal? This is a good question. Well, I've answered the final few questions. People, hit the like button, share this across all the socials, subscribe to the channel. Do Arsenal have what it takes for top 4? As currently constructed.
I mean, they do, but will they? It's a different story.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Prime also says, question for Cam. What do you think is the worst top 6 game in terms of the social media toxicity? Steph City Liverpool, because they just love each other. Oh, your fullbacks are good. No, your fullbacks are good. Oh, your manager's so good. Your manager's so good.
Prime,
it's City Liverpool, man.
All right, Prime.
City Liverpool.
Yeah, but is he meaning like that, or is he meaning like toxic?
No, that's what he
toxic
said.
in a way where it's like
social media toxicity in
they're
terms
back and forth, like
yeah, the clash. Liverpool and City don't clash. United and Arsenal, right? United clash with everybody.
United clash with everyone. Arsenal clash.
Chelsea with everybody. Spurs clash with everybody. Liverpool.
No, the only ones we don't clash. The only ones we don't clash with really is City.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always said the North London derby, when it comes to fans, is the absolute most toxic derby going, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. Oh my god. Like, and I'm saying it knowing how toxic Man United and Liverpool are as a derby. So that's me saying it as I know how toxic Liverpool. Bro, I lived in Liverpool when it was a Liverpool-Manchester game. Oh my, I didn't step out the house, bro. Nope. No, bruv. It was, bruv. Oh my, what? So I know how toxic it can get with Liverpool and Man United. But there's just something about Arsenal and Spurs, yeah. It's more because of Spurs just hate the fact that we moved into their territory and done everything that they've wanted to do but haven't and can't do. So they're just like a bad ex that just can't help it, bro. They, like I said, a successful season to Spurs is just finishing above Arsenal. It doesn't matter who else. As long as they finish above Arsenal, we could finish 10th and they finish 9th, and every other team finishes above us. Yeah, like Man United could even be in top 4. As long as they finish above Arsenal, they see that as a successful season. Whereas Arsenal, we only love finishing above them because it's just bands, bro. But reality is, we want to be with City and Liverpool right now. That's where we want to be. We don't care about the derby. We finished above the North London derby. What does that get you? It doesn't get you a fucking trophy, does it?
Yeah, you spin right now, fam. You spin right now.
So, 100%. But when it comes, but you already see how toxic it gets when it comes to the North London derby. You see how toxic it gets on Twitter, bro.
I've said this because I call Arsenal United the social media derby.
When it comes to Arsenal United,
what I'm going to say is the back and forth with Arsenal and United on social media is better than the game. Better than the game. 100%. The games have been dry. You know what I'm saying? The games have been dry. Games have been dry, like in terms of like entertainment. I didn't even watch the one. I watched the highlights last time when we played July Emirates. I didn't even watch that. I think it was an early kick, right? I swear it was an early kick.
I think so.
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch it. I was like, I ain't waking up to see these jokers. You know what I'm saying? This be crazy. Like, I woke up, I think, were we 2-1 down at that point? I think I woke up, we was 2-1 down, I think. But each to their own, innit? I'm saying, we gonna do what needs to be done this season. I'm looking forward to it.
But this is gonna be lit, bro. This will be lit. Gonna talk means ManDem United is gonna be madness.
Facts.
I can just imagine it during the season, fam. Agendas are gonna be running high, fam.
Yeah, because
think about it. You got no excuse now. Like you said, like because you fully rate the manager. So if you lose and you lose bad, I know you're gonna be pissed.
Of course. Yeah, you'll actually see me pissed because I'm expecting something. Like
you're expecting more than what you're getting.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting nothing. When will Agenda FC back? I need to talk to Lewis and talk to Peter and bring that back on his channel. We are going to try pattern it. Everyone's just busy. That's all it is. Lewis be mad busy. Peter's mad busy. I'm mad busy, so it's fitting it into the schedule. That's all it is. But we are gonna bring back Agenda FC, even if it's like a once a month thing, even if it's that. What did you mean then, Prime? You mean the opposite of what I said? What do you mean? Elaborate
I
again
think
on
you meant like the
whatever
most
this.
toxic, like when it comes to the derby itself, the most toxic.
Oh, like in game? Like I don't know. Yeah, maybe. All right, Prime, let us know. Where's Lewis on his channel as always? And he's here. He was here yesterday. What do you mean? Where's Lewis? Like in what sense? Lewis is active. He goes live every day. Carefree
Every
Lewis,
day,
you go subscribe.
every day,
And then he's here
like
literally
two
every day,
o'clock or
like
something
killing
like that
his
as
man.
well.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Fan
3 o'clock.
calling shows. We got a fan calling show at 12:30, people. I plug that now. Fan calling show tonight, 12:30 on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, where you lot in the comments get to call in it. So everyone who's got so much to say in the comments, this is your time now to jump on screen and say whatever you want to say. Only two rules though. One, camera must be on, face facing forward. And the reason why that is safety protocols, people. We've seen what happened to Saeed. We've seen what happened to Matisse. We've seen what happened to Tobes. That's not happening over here. So camera on, face facing
I don't know
forward.
what
We don't
I'm
care
not
what you
gonna
look
say
like.
on. You don't have to tell me right now.
Nah, basically someone
But
was people flashing in it, flashing their bits and all that. Yeah. Happened in it. Yeah. So that's why we have to have cameras on. Like, I don't care what people look like. You know what I'm saying? But cameras on too. When you call in, just know what you want to talk about as well. It can be anything sporting related. So you might want to jump on and have a rant about something. You may want to ask me a question or one of the panelists. You may want to disagree with something I've said. You may just have a Sarcasm City TV question related. So that'll be 12:30 on the Twitch, people. And it's open to everybody. So it don't matter if you're a regular or you are new. And I'm sure the more the panelists will join as well. And I will continue those fan calling shows throughout the season as well. It's all for you, look. It is. It is. It's all good. Yeah, Black Diamond, man, relax. It's calm, man. Relax, my guy. It's cool. It's cool. I think that's it. I think we're gonna close out the show, fam. I believe so.
Yeah, say no more, man.
Yo, Alimas, make sure you call in, man. Make sure you call in. Make sure you call in. Let me know in the chat as well who's calling in. Because sometimes we get questions, we do the shows and it's slow. You know what I'm saying? The likes of Mertaza will call in and others call in, man. Because some of you lot got so much chest in the chat. And then when it comes to I get on screen, I can't get on screen.
Oh, basically, man.
Yeah, hella excuses. Oh, my screen's broke.
Bad excuse FC, bruv. You know, bad excuses.
Man got bad excuses. Man will debate with me like behind the keyboard and not behind, you know what I'm saying?
Them
on the
keyboard
phone.
warriors,
bro. On the screen, man. You know what I'm saying? These Wi-Fi warriors, man. You know what I'm saying? And that. Say, yo, what go on? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, yo, and the thing is, all we're gonna do is debate football. No, it's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? It's never gonna be a personal
I'm gonna come
thing.
find you, bro.
Yeah, it's never like we just gonna go back and forth about whatever. So yeah, but we're gonna close out the show. Cams, anything you want to add before we leave the stream?
But yeah, man, good to be back. Obviously, you'll see me a lot more. Obviously, and before I do leave, I know I ain't said it since, but as you can tell, it's been a minute, and my little excuse is I just didn't want to do it out without my brother Shocks. So
that makes sense. R.I.P.
So obviously,
Shocks,
before I do end, obviously, Shocks, R.I.P. You already know, I love you, bro.
Yeah, man, we miss you.
I hope you're watching this show, smiling down right now, say, yeah, Flawless is a genius, because you know Flawless is a fucking genius. So
shout out Shocks,
man.
Yeah,
but apart from that,
yeah,
man, shout out everyone that was live tonight. You'll start seeing me a lot more now, because obviously my baby ain't a baby no more. She's in one and is mad, and I can't be bothered with it no more. So I'm trying to come back on live, isn't it?
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Big up everyone. Big up, shout out everyone, and yeah, man. Shout out Flawless.
So yeah, people. Going forward, what we'll do with the show, it will be fortnightly. It'll probably be Mondays as well, probably Monday nights. Not sure of the time, but definitely fortnightly. Looking at Mondays, and we'll pattern it. Obviously, occasionally, depending on what's going on, say there's a big Monday night game involving Arsenal or United or someone else, then we'll just move it around. But you are gonna talk meets ManDem United. But just because you're getting this show, that doesn't mean ManDem United stop solo, people. You'll still get the show tomorrow as well with me and Ivorian on Tuesdays. Still get the show on Thursday with myself and Eddie as well, man, because there's going to be so much to talk about, especially when the season starts, people, because you got Premier League, you got Europa League, you got FA Cup, you got League Cup. So much is going on. So yeah, we're going to continue this. I will create a playlist for the show as well so you can watch it back in it, because I thought, literally, people, yesterday, his idea came to me yesterday after the show.
Do you know what it is? No, people, when I say, like, we were laughing earlier, like, legit, not even yesterday, like, legit, this morning.
Today,
like,
yeah,
today,
this morning.
like, look at the date. it is what, the 25th of July, legit the 25th of July, around like, what is it, like 3 a.m., bro, 4 a.m., bro. That's mad, fam.
So nuts. But yeah, love to everyone that has locked in. Big up to all you lot. Make sure you hit the like button, share across all the socials, subscribe to the channel. And to let me get to this. Why would you like, no, I don't hate Yan. What makes you think I hate Yan? Yan my peoples. Like, let me just let people know. I knew Yan before content creating people. Like, I've known her for years. You talking since like
I saw you said like
it's like 2013 or something like that. I've known Yan a long time, people. Like, it's approaching a decade. So no, I don't hate Yan. Just because you see me giving her stick, don't mean I hate Yan. Same way I give Ryan stick, it don't mean I hate him. It's like, yo, if you talk foolishness, is what it is, and that's how I show love. If I'm giving, yeah. So what made you say I hate Yan? Like, let me get to this. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Look at this sucker. How can anyone hate Yan? Yan don't like you. How can anyone hate Yan?
best friend.
Yo, best friend. Ooh, how could it? Yo, fuck Yan, innit? You know what I'm saying, Brian? Hold that. You know what I'm saying? Hold that.
I know, no, but actually, listen, yo, Yan, I love for Jesus, love for that.
Yeah, like it's crazy in that. It's all mad. Fake accounts in the chat as always, you know what I'm saying, in that. Yeah, and great for you. You know what I'm saying? What a Premier League title for Liverpool. Fantastic.
Oh
You know what
my
I'm saying?
days, I didn't know I had a cousin called Jason.
Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, Man City, nah, yeah, my people's in it. I just dislike her and her team, but we still cool. But anyways, we closing out, people. Get over to the fan calling show at 12:30. And this has been the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast meets the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.